describe five strikeouts, no walks. Control was really good. How did you feel?
I felt very good tonight. My last outing I was up in the zone. I got hit around a little bit, so I threw a little extra during the last week. I threw a longer bullpen. I threw it the day before the bullpen. I got on the mound to kind of get some dry work in and try and get down again. So it actually helped out big time. I came out the first inning and my stuff was down, my stuff was sharp, and after that it just kind of was a confidence booster to just go through it. It felt good.
Is there anything that you're doing now, like any extra special routines or anything, just to make sure the leg stays looser? Or
I've been stretching and icing and heating and taking ibuprofen to try and keep my groin as best I can. I actually kind of felt it a little bit in the fourth inning tonight. I immediately came in here, grabbed some more ibuprofen. I had it wrapped up, and I went out for the next 2 innings. And I got taken out, more of a precautionary thing to try and so that way I don't blow out for the rest of the year and I don't get to throw. So it's more taking care of that and just being ready to go and hopefully getting a playoff push and making it more so.
What does it mean for you, do you think, personally, that you were able to have two pretty solid starts after you returned from this injury and still being able to battle with the injury?
It's more of a mental thing. The pitching coach LaRoche told me that it might have been more of a blessing in disguise because I'm not at 110% effort-wise right now. I'm a little bit more relaxed, and my stuff is a little bit better, a little sharper because I'm not trying to overthrow things, and it seems to break more when I'm not using 100% effort. So he said it was more of a blessing in disguise, and I agree with him now, because I get to learn how to pitch at 75% or 80% and be able to still get outs. So
a lot of pitchers downplayed, but how big was it getting the 3 first-inning runs?
It was that's the biggest part of the game. Once we get ahead, I can kind of pitch with a lead and kind of relax and make better pitches, easier pitches. Try and get them out instead of trying to strike people out in situations that normally call for it. With no one on base, it's a lot easier to just pitch to contact, get a ground ball, get a fly ball. The wind was blowing in tonight, so it was very, very helpful.
Was it sort of a relief, do you think, for you all to have that little, for those who were able to have the break, and just to be able to get your mind off the
break, I think, was the biggest factor of a win tonight. Everyone needed it, whether it was the position players, the pitchers, the coaches, everyone needed a break. I went home, I brought a couple of the guys home with me. We went on the boat, we did a bunch of stuff, just nothing but relaxation, and we finally got our heads out of baseball, and it was nice, and we came back ready to go. How
much do you think time like that with the teammates means for you all, just chemistry-wise, playing-wise? What do you think time like that will do for you all?
It's everything. Honestly, I wish I could bring everyone back. There's too many guys, obviously, but it helps out a lot. I'm a lot closer with the 2 guys I brought back now. It's a comfortability thing. Jeff, who was actually I brought back, he made a diving catch today in left field. So it was a nice trip. It was very, very helpful.
What do you think you and the guys are going to do now to try to keep the moment? I'm sure, the losing. What do you think you're going to do now to keep
I think
positive?
the biggest thing, honestly, is to stay relaxed and just kind of stay up. After something happens the last week or two when we kept losing, every time a run gets scored, we kind of just go into ourselves and we're like, all right, well, here it goes again. Today we were very up in the dugout. Everyone was slapping hands, doing our little yes thing. So being relaxed and staying up as much as possible, the coaches being into it, that's the biggest change right now, and hopefully it continues and we make a run.